Helen McConnell, the MVP chair for York. I have a little girl who's 3 and my career background is in education. So I was a teacher for 10 years and then I worked in attachment in education for 5 years. The MVP is a brilliant thing that brings together professionals and service users that use the maternity services to get feedback and to work together to help shape the maternity services. I got involved when I first decided to start looking to go back to work. So I took quite a big career break after my daughter was born. And I thought I'd really like to get back into work, but I want to do something that I feel quite passionate about. So I was just keeping an eye out for things. And this post came up. I was looking on the York Mumble website and I just thought, gosh, that really matters to me. It's so important. I had great maternal care, but I know that not everybody does. And that is can be such a discrepancy. And so making sure everybody's voices were heard is something that I feel really passionate about and something that I really want to focus on in my role as MVP chair. I'm particularly passionate about informed choice and really passionate about making sure people understand the messages and the information that they're being given. I think sometimes there's so much medical jargon that it can be easy to forget that we don't all have medical qualifications, we don't all come from a particular background of maternal medicine and things, and so making sure that messages for service users are clear, are understood, and that people feel safe and able to ask questions and go back on that information to ensure that they are following and feeling in control of their journey. We meet quarterly. And it is absolutely a child-friendly thing because we want as many people to come as possible. So you're very welcome to bring your children with you. I often try and bring treats and things like that to make sure that there's a nice bit of a snack to go on to keep us going whilst we're having our meetings. You can just come along and listen. You can come along and bring your story. You can send your story before a meeting via email to me. And that is a great way to kind of be able to share your story but not have to present if that feels kind of a bit overwhelming or a bit intimidating for you. Any feedback that is given to the MVP is anonymised. It's always passed on anonymously, so nobody would even need to know it was from you. There's lots of ways to be involved in the MVP, and coming to the meetings is just one of them. There will be a huge range of stakeholders there. We have brilliant representation from the midwifery unit in York. We have Health Watch there. We often have the university midwife lecturers and supporters there. Lots of people from local organisations that support birthing people and parents as well. The most important thing that you can do and the most brilliant thing that you can do is to give us your feedback. That's what we need. That's what will help shape the maternity services. That's what will help drive it forward. So you can give your time. If you are not a recent service user and you don't feel like you want to share your story, some other things you can do are give some of your time. If you have an area of expertise, you can help us. If you're great with language and inclusivity, you could maybe help us with our leaflets and our flyers. There are specific projects and reviews that we will do. You can be involved in giving feedback of your experiences on a specific area. For example, we're going to be doing a piece on induction soon. Things like that are absolutely invaluable. To get in contact with York MVP, you can email us at yorkdistrictmvp@gmail.com. You can find us on social media and we have a website.